There's a little splash of that, and we will get this started. Okay, we're talking the President's first ever State of the Union address and what I thought about it. Well, if I were to describe the President's speech in one word, that word would be forgettable. I completely forgot everything he said tonight. It just didn't have an impact. Didn't inspire me. I mean, no surprise there. But also didn't enrage me like I thought it would. So I guess that's good. Most of my notes are just basically saying, what an asshole Trump is. A few other things. So let's just see. Like I said, it's just forgettable. I don't remember anything he said tonight, and I don't think most people will. Seemed pretty perfunctory. I have a few notes like a lot of standing ovations. It seemed the Republicans were standing for everything he had to say. I mean, I get it. There are a few things there that I think they should have stood for. It was like, hey, let's hear it for the vets. Now let's hear it for this little boy who wants to put flags on every veteran's grave. Everyone stands up, But, I mean, he's blathering on about trade and infrastructure, and people stand up for that. And even if you like what he said, couldn't you just sit there and just applaud? You'd really have to make a big show of it. And he was trying to milk that. He had this little stance. It's like, why aren't you people standing up? And, of course, he had to tell people to stand up at certain times. And, of course, the Democrats, for the most part, just sat down and didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure this, was the case with Obama as well. So, yeah, not much more to say on that. Oh, I have much tougher. At one point, the president said that they need to get much tougher on drug dealers. I believe it was. Drug dealers are illegal immigrants. We had to get much tougher on some people. How about you learn some grammar? How about you take some grammar lessons so you can get your English get much better? Oh, also, anyone notice how many of the Supreme Court justices were missing? Because I had predicted that Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she didn't want to fall asleep again, so she was going to take some caffeine pills to be wide awake, but she wasn't even there. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she just decided that if Obama could put her to sleep, Trump would put her in a coma. But she wasn't the only one there. Thomas was missing, Sotomayor, Kennedy, and Sammy Attitude. 5 of the 9 Supreme Court justices weren't there. That's over half. I wonder what the story is there. Maybe it's because of someone else who was there? They didn't really think he should have been there. They were making a statement, and this would have crossed, the bridges of the Supreme Court, because you had 2 from the right, 2 from the left, and the swing vote. Of course, you had 4 stayed. Mr. In Question, Mr. I Don't Want to Smile, and, of course, the Chief Justice and Kagan and Breyer, I guess, didn't get the message. Like I said, I wonder if there's more to that story than what we're being told. And that's all I got for this president's big speech tonight. As far as the response speech, I don't know. I saw a few seconds of it. Some ginger looked like he was in a mall somewhere. So I just tuned that out. And that's all I got to say.